Onto the back nine of Luck of the Draw doubles here at the 2018 Glass Blown Open. Our last golden ticket owner of the day, Ben K. Ben, are you here? All right. Ben, who are you choosing as your partner? Hey, in your face. He juked him hard too. Here you go, Paige.
I'm gonna get you for that on this hole. All right.
And Ricky chooses
David H.
David H. Are you here, sir? David H. All right.
Oh, dude, let's get it.
All right, hole 10 is in a new pin position for us. 225 is, I think that's accurate for this pin here. Really brings some OB into play as we've got inside Monkey Island, past the sidewalk and in the water OB. The play is a nice, easy stall hyzer, basically exactly like that. That is perfectly played by David. He's described the shot exactly that you should throw. This frees up Ricky to ace run this. We did see this get aced during the Monkey Island Open, so it's entirely possible. This is a TP harp for Ricky. The line is really good. It just fell out a little too fast, but that is super parked, easy two, good shot. Paige is taking her Glenn Marshall. Ricky's talking about acing in Eric's face. I'd like to see that happen personally. Paige goes straight at it instead of the hyzer. That's perfectly played on the pole. Easy two. Great play by Paige. Not afraid of the OB at all, I see. A little.
Miss it left. Miss it left.
If it just missed, we might be looking at an ace run, but it's likely we'll just have a couple birdie twos here. Just boring. Like, who likes twos?
Boring.
If it's any consolation for Paige and her partner, they have absolutely super parked this hole. Don't think it's going to change scores for either team, but if nothing else, she can tell Ricky he doesn't throw it nearly as close as she does. And if I were her, I would do that. Easy drop in two. Yeah. A little adulation from the crowd. On to hole 11. You guys are now just picking from the bag each time.
All right.
So Ricky's partner for hole 11.
Emily T.
Emily T. Come on back, Emily. It is your birthday, therefore you get to play twice.
Yep.
And Paige chooses
Darren Eck.
Darren Eck. Are you here, Darren? Awesome. All right.
Where is that?
This is over to the right.
Oh, I see.
So we've got 260 feet,
Yeah.
par 3. Great for a forehand, great for a turnover.
You're supposed to stand
Whichever.
there and catch people's discs when they putt.
Yes. I
I
usually
watched the
catch.
preview.
Yeah, I usually catch all the discs on this hole, but we just put a basket in for this tournament just this time. Yeah. Emily's worked her forehand over to the left. Needs just a little right finish. And it's just kind of gotten knocked down by the trees. We got Ricky with a BT hard harp. This is a shot that suits his game, but for some reason I think he's going to mess it up pretty bad here. Oh, man. He proved me wrong. He did not mess it up. That's parked. Great shot by Ricky. Well done.
Thank you. You got the putt.
Darren opts for the turnover. I love the initial flight. He just needs it to sit hard. And it looks like it's hopped over. That's going to be OB on the left side. Paige has chosen to go backhand turnover with her prime deputy. It's truly beautiful. The height is good. The road is the only thing is OB. Sidewalk is safe. She is rolled back over there somewhere, so it may be out of bounds. We'll find out. Maybe a little too much Anheuser on that one. Remains to be seen. Might have cut rolled all the way across the fairway. Continuing with the trash talk / camaraderie. depending on how you view it. Ricky says, hey, nice shot, Paige, you're safe, after she hits by the sidewalk and rolls all the way over here. But they've got to look at a birdie too. Here's Darren from just outside the circle. Oh, and he just misses, chains on the left. Here's Paige Pierce for some redemption. Paige, totally undaunted by Ricky's jibber jabber, puts it in the middle of the basket. Easy two. Ricky takes, I'd say, a slightly more conventional route to the two. Forehand with a nice putt and approach disc. Drop in. Well done, Emily. Two's around. On to hole 12. The Peninsula hole. Paige chooses.
Let's go.
John Folk partnered up again, and Ricky chooses.
Neil N.
Neil N. Neil, are you here? Neil?
Neil.
Neil must be present to play. Think that makes sense. Neil N.
Put it back in case you show
5
up.
seconds. 4. Okay, next one.
I'll put it back in.
No, you're not. Sometimes I go by Neil.
Yeah. Tim Johatuk.
Jim. What is it?
John Fro.
Oh, okay, sweet. It's Tim though?
All right, Tim.
Tim, all right,
Well,
sweet.
Tim J, got it.
Tim and John are our partners here. Hole 12 is a Peninsula hole, 321 feet. I'd say this is a relatively difficult hole to guarantee a birdie on. You've got to have a pinpoint drive that lands on a really narrow strip of land by the basket. A lot of our competitors this weekend will play a safe play out to the right side and just pitch up, be happy with their 3 as out-of-bounds drives proceed to a drop zone at the left end of the Peninsula, which is not a gimme up and down at all. Do we need a spotter?
If our partner goes to beat him.
Tim needs no spotter. He's just. Oh, and Tim's has sat down. It's hard to tell if it's safe, but looked good to me. Ricky's going to play it over to the right. Kind of a half layup, half aggressive. Get a look. Maybe he's just going to go straight at the basket. And it does touch safe, but if it is OB, they'll be proceeding to the drop zone. John's taking an EMAC truth, and he just needs that to sit. Nice layup, easy safe play. Here's Paige Pierce with a blend Marshall. If I know Paige, I bet this is an aggressive play.
Marshall.
Yeah, Paige doesn't really lay up. She just needs to miss those branches. Oh, and she finds the Peninsula green. If you haven't played this course before, you don't understand how really difficult of a shot that is. Expertly executed by Paige Pierce. She's good. All right, from Tim's drive, which was safe, I just put one in the water. That's going to be just a little bit shy of the Peninsula. This will be Ricky to lay up onto the Peninsula. Ricky's going to give it a run from where he's at. That will be safe, though. Great shot from there. Guarantee their 3 and put a little bit of pressure on Paige and John for their look at birdie 2. Here's John from 28 feet. Oh, and just low. Totally understand his reservation as there is water directly behind the basket. Maybe not directly behind, but if you miss a putt to the left, you're definitely finding some water. Here's Paige Pierce. Same distance.
Mad squirrels.
Ricky has contracted out the squirrels here to razz Paige while putting. from a straddle. Paige lets the putter go high, and we are going to be pushing with threes here. She doesn't seem really happy with her attempt. Had a little bit of weird footing, but also had the squirrel razz. Tim taps in for their three, and we'll be pushing this hole.
Choke.
Frustration?
Yeah. It's the first time I had a chance and I just wanted to beat Ricky once.
The spirit of competition burns deep. All right, hole 13 does have a long tee pad. We're going to play the short tee pad today. Little water carry to get to the basket, but maybe a nice ace run.
Alrighty.
Or you could play safe as well. Ricky.
Got A.L. McKellips.
All right, Ricky chooses Allen. And Paige.
Yeah. I got my own way of doing it.
All right, Neil is back in here. Neil in, are you here? You have the greatest luck of anyone alive. Maybe not. Probability is pretty low, but Neil, are you here? Neil? 5, 4, redrop.
Really?
I drew him too.
Dang, he left?
I know. I figured I'd put
He
him
gone.
back in there just in case he comes back somehow.
Yeah.
Alan McKellar?
Oh, hey, no, Alan, you have the best luck of anybody.
That's great.
Hadn't really thought about what this would be like, but Alan, looks like you're playing with both partners. All right.
You won. Good job. You won no matter what. All right, good job. You go ahead. This is for me.
All right, yeah, this is Al's drive for Ricky.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, so what should I do with Neil?
I know.
Just taking it.
I like his style.
Al smashes it. Just
That one's yours, Paige.
needs to get sneaky through the trees. That's all right. Ricky's got a gold line pure going over the water.
That branch that hangs down.
That's a little low. He needs to just miss that sign. Ooh, that looks safe, but the OB line is pretty unforgiving. What, this high branch right here? Up there? You need to push through it. Al, as Paige's partner, leaves one low. Oh, unfortunate bounce into the water. Paige used all of his, or pardon me, Al used all of his power for Ricky's team. Favoritism. Paige goes with a blend Marshall. That's going to be safe. It'll just be over to the left side. Oh, it wasn't safe. Just short. That means they'll be playing from back at Al's drive. It's rare that we encounter a all-time quarterback type situation in disc golf, but we're creating memories, breaking boundaries. Al from the out of bounds spot has thrown a beautiful shot. Guaranteed there 4 here. That does open the door for Paige. Give it a straight run at the basket. Paige's deputy just has a bit too much turn. The speed is perfect. They'll be taking a 4 here. Ricky's drive has just landed safe on our side of the line, so we've got Al here putting for 2. Just a bit low from Al, but guaranteeing a 3. I thought we might just see a layup from Ricky, a little gamesmanship, but he's a competitor. He wants to make the 2. Oh, and just off the front cage is Ricky, but they will still be taking the hole with a 3 here. So a very happy Al will go and pick up his putter for the par 3, and a dejected Al will pick up his other putter for the bogey 4.
This one's my team.
In a bizarre turn of events, Al has both won and lost this hole.
Both won and
Welcome. 100% chance Al doesn't get picked here. But that was awesome. Hole 14, we're going to choose some partners as Al poses with both of his partners from the last hole. Here we go, Rick. Who's it going to be?
it will be Chris M.
Chris M., are you here? Yes, sir. Come on up, Chris.
I know you. What up, Rick?
Rick and Chris, and then Paige will choose.
Ow!
Chris M, right? Yeah.
Emily!
Emily, happy birthday. Come on back up. Hole 14 plays 401 feet, slightly uphill.
Just a little.
Big hyzer for the top pros, and a nice flex for the everyday golfer. That's actually a really beautiful flight. Oh, and it's dug in nicely. Anything that skips left can be in a tough spot, but beautifully done by Chris.
You got me all messed up.
The Hulk smash stiletto. And Ricky's pulled it right. They are going to be taking Chris's drive.
I was focused on his shot, not mine.
Emily smashes on what looked like a Lucid X Enforcer. Thanks, Zach Melton, for your stability. Here's Paige Pierce with a Lucid X Convict. When the hole reads 401, might as well just throw a Convict at it. She needs that to finish straight. They'll likely have a putt from the Cedars over there. Not a bad result. Paige is examining some gaps. Generally, that's not what you want to look at after you've thrown a drive.
We're like 30, 25.
Paige is going to find a position where she can throw a putt or a throw or something through these trees. It looks like she doesn't have a whole lot of options. She's going to line up maybe a pancake or a forehand out. Looks like it's going to be an Anheuser putt, little nose up. And just to hit the gap was really good, and she just missed to the left. Great run by Paige there. And birthday girl Emily is going to line up the same gap as Paige. She punches out. That in competition, that wouldn't be too bad. Here's Chris from approximately 30 feet. Oh, he stands up to the pressure and jams the two. Chris says he doesn't even need Ricky's help. Jams the easy birdie two. Well played, sir. All right, on to hole 15. Let's see who we're going to play with here, Ricky.
We will play with Brooks.
Brooks.
Hell yeah.
Dude, did I tell you or what? Come on, let's go. Brooks told me he was going to use his Jedi mind tricks on me, and mission accomplished.
All right, new name.
New name. Let's see it.
Not a new name. I'm just kidding. We had to do that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Darren Eck.
Darren, come on up. All right. Hole 15 plays 393 downhill. It's actually pretty significantly downhill, so I think to reach the basket, you really only need to throw it about 350 or so. But the angle is what's difficult. You have to have a big forehand or a perfectly played turnover to get there. Brooks takes a flat forehand, nicely played. He just needs that to sit down. There is OB to the right. The Cedars to the right are pretty difficult to punch all the way through. We're going to see Ricky play a felon out to the left. Swing it back to the right. The initial angle is perfect. He just needs a nice skip forward. He just gets kind of a straight skip, but that'll probably be around 35, 40 feet. Great flight right there. Did exactly what he needed to do. Paige has a Moonshine EMAC Truth in her hand. And this will be a beeline at the basket. She's got the turn that she needs. She just needs it to finish left, and it's moving left now. Oh, it actually punches through and looks like she's gotten a little closer than Ricky. There's much excitement in the land. And Darren's line is perfect, just a little too low. It's actually a really difficult two to get on the course. So excited to have a couple looks at birdie here. Also a little freaked out that Brooks bought one ticket and said, hey, will you draw my ticket this time? And then it got drawn. So I don't like your magic, Brooks. We have pretty calm conditions, but this drive is pretty difficult to achieve unless you've got a big forehand or a perfectly executed backhand, and those are the two shots that we saw here. Nice flex forehand by Ricky and a perfect turnover by Paige Pierce. Brooks trying to mimic Paige's pre-putt routine. Leaves it just a bit short. Was there enough wrist action on that, Paige? Rick's getting razzed by the peanut gallery back here. He steals his resolve and pours it in the middle of the basket.
Didn't know this was a heckler, man.
Yeah, right.
You want me to go?
All right, Darren.
Trying, Eric.
Darren, knock it down.
Thank you for trying. Yeah.
Couple of twos here. Fantastically played hole by both teams. Moving on to hole 16. Hole 16, 3 more opportunities to get drawn here. Well, I guess 6 if you count both, but 3 more holes. Here we go.
Dang. You going for the big distance ripper?
Nick E.
Sounds like a dick.
Not Nikki. Nick E.
Nikki, there we go. And Ricky picks Bo D. Bo, are you still here? My man. All right. Hole 16 plays 515 feet down to the corner of the park here. We've got OB left, OB long, and OB right. This is a really difficult hole to get a 2 on. Lots of players during the tournament will play for a 3, but I think we'll see some aggressive play here. Hopefully a couple looks at a birdie 2. Bo puts a nice move on the forehand, but he needs that to get down. It's hard to know if that's safe or not. Ricky's going to be throwing a gladiator here. That means he'll probably be looking at the basket. And Ricky has put some speed on that, and it is pushing right perfectly. He just needs it to stable up at the end. Gets a late tree kick, but that is an impressive drive by Ricky. He's probably going to put he and his partner at maybe 50 feet, maybe 60. Really aggressive line that got paid off. That was beautiful.
Yes.
Nick smokes it over to the right. Nice kick back to the fairway, and there was much rejoicing.
Nice. Luck box.
Paige is going to luck box, he says. Paige is going to take an Opto Ballista Pro. Trying to cover all the distance here. And she has absolutely crushed it, but she may not see that one again. It's getting stable just a little too late.
Tina, you got more of those over there?
Already looking to replace that disc. Yeah, this is a super difficult 2. I'd say probably the most difficult 2 on the course. We've got one team with a look at it. Paige and Nick have a bit of a difficult lie here, and kind of pinched up on a tree that's got a few thorns. It's not going to feel good if they reach back into that. So Paige is trying to Get as close to it as possible without running into it. She's got her Tina suspect in her hand. Straight line is really good. She just needs it to sit. That's done fine. That's going to give them about 45 or 50 feet.
Yes.
Nick's pushed his shot just a little bit farther right. It's going to be probably a similar result, but they'll have a look for 3 from there. We've arrived at Paige and Nick's second shot, so they'll be throwing 3 here. It's about 50 feet. And Nick's had the height, just a little bit pushed to the left. Paige from 50. Oh, just missed on the right side. Good commitment and good height. Just missed to the right. Paige says, if Ricky gets practice strokes, so do I. Misses it low again. And now that we've arrived this far up the fairway, Ricky's drive is even closer than we thought. This is going to be just outside circle 1. Bo's attempt is up. A bit too high as he hits the ban. And Rick's putt catches the cage. They'll still end up winning the hole, but Rick wanted to deuce that one. He wants the camera to know what's up. But that'll be a 3 for Rick and Bo and a 4 for Paige and Nick. 2 holes left. 1 easy one, 1 hard one. Let's do it. Hole 17. Let's get some partners.
All right.
Ricky chooses.
Jake H.
Jake H. Who?
There's 2?
Did you sign up online? Yeah. It's probably you then. Let's go. And Paige chooses.
Yeah.
Mark Irish.
Mark Irish. Sweet. All right, couple new faces to the fold entering the arena. Hole 17. To this pin is going to play 272 feet. This is a great hole shape for a forehand or a nice slow turnover. Kind of ends down the hill. You don't want to cut your forehand in too early as there is a bit of the green that rolls away to the water. So you want to push it a little bit farther than you think you need to, and then just be skipping down to the right. Here's Jake from St. Louis. Jake's thrown a nice turnover. Oh, and just an unfortunate redirection. 272. Ricky's got a felon in his hand here.
Yep, felon. There's a felon.
Speed is pretty perfect. That might be tracking the basket. Maybe just a bit long. No shenanigans from Eric Oakley this time.
It's not hidden enough.
Here's Mark looking at a backhand turnover. The angle is really good. He just needs to get lucky through the trees. That is going to come down in bounds, though, so they'll have one to run from. The backhand hyzer.
Forehand roller? Scooby. Turbo.
Paige,
Lefty turbo.
Paige says she has options, so we may be throwing hyzer up over the top. Oh, this is showtime. It's going to be big hyzer that needs to basically just stall and finish a bit left. As long as it's high enough, the angle is really good. Oh, and that's a really awful tree late. I don't think that one's going to be safe, but they do have one safe to play from. By the way, if you're ever coming out to Peter Pan and decide to throw that hyzer, it's hard. Mark called a provisional just in case Paige's is inbounds. I'm pretty sure it's out, but just in case. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we do have confirmation it finished out of bounds. So Paige will be running this for a birdie 2. It's my eye. This is about 70 feet. Oh, and Paige just pushes to the right. That's a really good line all the way. Great flight all the way there. Super unfortunate break for Ricky and partner Jake as his as his felon looked like it hit by the basket, but must have gone a bit long and rolled, just trickled slowly out of bounds. Very unfortunate break. This will be their putt for par 3. Jake's bid is up and just off the right side. Beautiful putt. Ricky liked it all the way. From just outside the circle, Ricky's putt is up and off the band. Paige gives him some sarcastic applause. He says he deserves that one. Paige and Mark have just about 15 feet. Just about 15 feet to clean up. And easy 3 will net them the hole. Last hole, well played by Mark and Paige. All right, last hole, hole 18 here. 2 more shots at playing a hole with Ricky and Paige.
It's gonna be like your exact one, because you got one.
Oh, sweet. Oops, I was grabbing the paper.
That's okay.
All right, last hole. You're right in the way.
Oh, no.
Ashley J.
Ashley J., are you here?
Ashley Jensen! Where's she at?
Ashley, are you here?
He knows her whole last name besides Jay. Where's Ashley at, Chris?
Here, draw real quick. If she doesn't come, I'll draw again.
We'll let Ricky draw while we wait.
He already did. He already did.
She's playing. All right. New partner.
Larry.
We got a Larry here.
Larry.
All right. Nicely done.
Mark Irish.
Mark, you're up again. 2 tickets, 2 holes. Well done.
There's a lot left, actually.
Yeah, there's plenty left.
Did I not tell you or what?
Oh, yeah, this one's the
Yep.
Way to the right.
Yeah, so hole 18 is a par 4. Plays 490 feet. You want to land it past the old pin up on the flat and then just play down to the right. You can do what you want. Roll it if you want.
I'm going to try that.
Mark chooses a VIP king, and that's a beautiful flight. He just needs it to be just a little bit farther. That's going to be just fine. They'll have a look at the basket from there. Old pin plays about 275, 280. What's it going to be, Paige? Big hyzer? Yeah.
I'll try and do an aggressive play.
Paige has a blend Marshall in her hand and a lucid deputy. It's just a position play. No need to get aggressive here. Paige has put a beautiful move on that lucid deputy. It just needs to stay in the air.
Nice.
And that is position A. Superbly thrown by Paige Pierce. Yeah, that's a very good spot. Culverin turnover is looking all right. It just needs to sit down. There is, it'll be a little bit long. That should be good. Yes, well done. That frees up Ricky to throw the old vision roller.
Trying to cut around the corner. You can do it.
That's pretty tight. We got some groans and then a few trees. So Larry and Rick will be up first. Larry's thrown a nice turnover.
Nice shot.
Oh yeah, that's inside 20 feet for sure. This should be an aggressive run from Ricky. This is a hard harp. Ricky's giving it the height. He just needs it to get down quickly. That'll be all right. They've got basically a guaranteed 3. Here's Mark throwing a blend deputy. He'll be throwing a turnover through the gap here. He threw a turnover through a different gap than I thought he was going to, but that's going to sit down likely in bounds and give them a look at a putt. Paige also has a deputy. She takes the turnover out as well. The line is beautiful and just hits the very last tree between her lie and the basket. That's going to give them about 35 feet. Mark and Paige will be throwing their putts from just outside the circle on hole 18. This is their look at birdie 3. And Mark's putt is perfectly on line, just a bit low. A little train horn distraction in the background here. Oh, and just low to finish. You know, Paige wants that one back. She lets out a sigh of discontent. They'll have to settle for a par here. Larry drops in for a 3. It's a great birdie to finish on out here. And that's going to do it for us out here at the Luck of the Draw doubles at Peter Pan GBO 2018. Some great action. Lots of cool things that happen, some less than cool things that happen, but we are going to be doing these all over the place this year, so if you are interested in having one of these in your town, especially if it's along the tour stops that Ricky and Paige make, reach out to us via Luck of the Draw doubles on Facebook, and we'll start coordinating those soon. From all of us here at Dynamic Discs, Latitude 64, and Westside Discs, along with Paige Pierce and Ricky Wysocki, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys at the next one.